This is a certified
Bob Sponge 10.
classic.
Now, I came across this article the other day. It's about One Piece. So apparently a fan asked Oda, if the setting of One Piece were the real world, what would the nationalities of the 9 members of the Straw Hat Pirates be? And Oda says, well, just going off of their appearance, Luffy, Brazil, Zoro, Japan, Nami, Sweden, Usopp, Africa, Sanji, France, Chopper, Canada, Robin, Russia, Frankie, America, and Brook, Austria. Now, I know that Oda probably knows a thing or two about One Piece, but, not everybody can be as well versed in racism as yours truly. And, I was thinking, what's the point of being racist if you can't use it for the greater good? So I'm going to analyze his assessment and, just tell you what I think. So, starting off with Luffy being Brazilian, I think that is quite possible, but it is very misleading. And, at Netflix, they have done a horrible, horrible thing. They have taken this assessment and they have made Luffy a Latinx. Okay. And that's just not the case. Luffy has, in my opinion, pure Iberian ancestry. Okay. He is Portuguese because the Portuguese settled Brazil. But he is not, I repeat, not a Latinx. Okay. Iberians are white. Luffy has Conqueror's Haki, which I do not know what that is, and I do not want anybody to tell me, but it sounds a lot to me like Conquistador, okay, who of course came from Spain and Portugal. Zoro being Japanese, that's a tough one, because at this point Zoro doesn't really have many defining physical features other than muscles and green hair, and nobody naturally has green hair. I really don't know. He could be Japanese, although given his stoic demeanor, he could be perhaps Scandinavian. But he's sort of tan, so maybe not. That's a tough one. I don't know. Japanese, I guess I can live with that. Alright, now Nami being Swedish, I think, is completely off the mark. I've been to Sweden, and I did not see anybody who looked like Nami there. Nami, I would say, is most likely Celtic. She is, which would mean she's either Irish or Scottish, and the reason I say that is the red hair, obviously. But also, she has a high alcohol tolerance, as we saw at Whiskey Peak, and she also is very capable of taking a beating, which is necessary. It's a necessary genetic trait for any Irish or other Celtic woman to have, because their husbands are all drunks and beat their wives. So, despite the fact that Nami is attractive, I would say she's most likely Irish. Now, Usopp being African, that's sort of obvious. But his mom is not. He's probably half African and half Jewish, which is such an atrocious combination. But, Usopp's a cool guy, so whatever. Sanji being French, I think, is actually perfect. I think that's the most accurate one. he's obviously white. He's cultured. He cares a lot about food and his appearance, and all that sort of metrosexual sort of stuff. Chomper being Canadian, okay. Well, I was gonna say there are no reindeer in Canada, but apparently I was wrong because there are. So, Chopper could be Canadian. That okay, whatever. I'll take nature.org's word for it, I guess. Robin being Russian. This one I think is also quite egregious and not true at all. I have not been to Russia, but I have been to the place that I think Robin is from. Um, you know, Robin, I believe, is Northern Italian because she has straight dark hair, she is tan, and she has a strong. Note I said strong, I did not say, hooked or any other, disgusting sort of Jewish related shape to her nose. She has a strong nose, okay? And she is also quite Apollonian. She is well versed in history and culture, as the ancient Romans were. Um, so that is why I would peg Robin as being Northern Italian. Frankie being American, I think this one is also quite accurate given his, his demeanor and his behavior and his Hawaiian shirt. Um, Brooke being Austrian. Now, I truly have no idea where Oda could have gotten this from. I've been to Austria, and I did not see anybody who looked like an 8 foot tall skeleton. But we can only let's assume that he is taking this from when Brooke was alive. That I think is still not the case. I think Brooke, as much as it pains me to say, I think Brooke is most likely Jewish. Okay. He's got the Jew fro, as I so eloquently explained in my Jew fro tier list, which is, for some reason, my most viewed video ever. I don't know why. He has, very small, potentially beady eyes. He has and his nose, while it is not that big, it is quite hooked. So, Brooke, I love you, but unfortunately, I believe he is Jewish. So, that is my One Piece racial analysis. And I think I definitely know the One Piece characters better than Oda, so, this is pretty undeniable. Bye.